While most kids are playing in the dirt, wrestling with friends, and doing other childish activities that are just right for their age, a select few are reading books, studying the universe, and testing their brains in an effort to join MENSA, the oldest and largest IQ society in the world. The brain of a matured adult is arguably the most complex machine in our known universe. Imagine how much more so for kids with exceptionally gifted minds. Today, we will look at the top 10 smartest kids in the world. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel for more awesome content and hit the notification bell so you never miss a video. Let's start! Number 10. Dylan Toe. Dylan Toe is a brilliant teenage mathematician who has always had a love for knowledge beginning from a young age. As a young child, his school mathematics curriculum bored him so much that he would go to local libraries to read up on mathematics and challenge his math skills. Due to his intellectual gift, the Singaporean Ministry of Education approved him to study materials mostly studied by 12-year-old students so as to help him accelerate his learning. At one point, he discovered a website called Brilliant.org while searching on the internet for more challenging math problems. The people behind the website helped him find the right mentor to enhance his already amazing capabilities. The mentor was Farrell Wu and was a professor at the University of Michigan. With the guidance of his mentor and his brilliant brain, he qualified to receive full scholarships to top-tier American universities. Number 9. Colin Carlson. Colin Carlson was a child prodigy who made headlines in America for receiving the Harry S. Truman Scholarship at the age of 14. The scholarship is considered the most challenging academic grant in the country to receive. When he was 13, he filed a complaint against the University of Connecticut for not letting him do a field study in South Africa due to his age. In 2012, at the age of 15, he completed 2 bachelor's degrees at the University of Connecticut. A year later, he completed a master's degree. While most children his age are graduating from high school, he was already accepted into a PhD program at the University of California to study ecology. As of now, he's studying the implications of climate engineering and the spread of disease-carrying mosquitoes due to global warming. Number 8. Shrinidhi Prakash. Shrinidhi Prakash was famously known in Britain as the winner of the television show Child Genius, as she won it at the age of only 11. On the show, she competed with 21 other contestants in many categories, such as mental arithmetic, debating, logic, spelling, and general knowledge. Besides winning the show, she also took first place in the World Chess Championship tournament for the under 10 category, as well as the World Scrabble Championship tournament for the under 12 category. She's also a great fan of the BBC's business editor Robert Peston, and even penned a lengthy essay review on his work. With her linguistic prowess, she's currently writing her 5th and 6th novels. The story of her 5th book is about a boy who accidentally time travels to the year 3067 while playing inside his grandfather's time machine that was disguised as a clock. The 6th book is about twin spies and the world's largest diamond. Number 7. Heidi Hankins. Heidi Hankins was already accepted into MENSA and had an IQ of 159 at the age of 4, making her one of the youngest members of the organization. To put this into perspective, Albert Einstein and Stephen Hawking each had an IQ of 160. Her parents noticed her genius potential due to her love of reading. When she was just 2 years old, her father bought her the complete set of the Oxford Reading Tree books, and she finished reading the whole collection of 30 books in about an hour. This was commonly only done by 7-year-old kids. She could also count up to 40, which is extremely rare for a 2-year-old. She isn't just smart, she's also a gifted artist. At the age of 5, she wowed the world with her amazing watercolor paintings. Number 6. Jacob Barnett. Jacob Barnett was falsely diagnosed with autism at the age of 2. His parents could not believe it when the doctors told them that he might not be able to talk or read. Fortunately for him, his parents didn't give up and later found out that their child was actually a genius and had been misdiagnosed. Already at the age of 3, he showed an interest in astronomy and would not stop reading books about the subject. At the age of 11 years old, he was already accepted into a college program. Then, at the age of 15, he began to work on his master's degree in physics at the Premier Institute for Theoretical Physics. 3 years later, at the age of 18, at the same institute, he began working on his doctoral program. He's also presently a paid researcher in quantum physics. He's definitely had tremendous success and great academic achievements for a child diagnosed as mentally ill. Number 5. Saffron Pledger. Saffron Pledger was already reading, writing, adding, and subtracting at the age of 3. While most kids her age are singing nursery rhymes, she could already count up to 50. Saffron took an IQ test and scored 140. At this young age, she became a member of MENSA, all of this being 18 months before she even began regular schooling. Her parents noticed her interest in learning while she was watching a television show about words and numbers. Despite an IQ higher than 98% of the world's population, she still has the interest of a typical 3-year-old child. Her favorite cartoon character is Peppa Pig, and she always loves playing with her toys. According to MENSA, even though she is the second youngest member, she would still place among the brightest in a class of 6 and 7-year-olds. Number 4. Akrit Jaswal. Akrit Jaswal is an Indian wonder child who was able to walk and talk when he was merely 10 months old. At 2 years old, he already knew how to read and write. He was already reading Shakespeare's writings, books about human anatomy, and other publications regarding medical science at the age of 5. He has the highest IQ in India with an IQ of 146. Remember, India has more than 1 billion people. At the age of 7, he was performing surgical operations. This made him the world's youngest surgical doctor. His amazing medical achievements have garnered him fame outside India, and he was even invited as a guest on the Oprah Winfrey Show. He's also the youngest student accepted to the Chandigarh College, doing so at the age of 12. He is also admired globally for his mission on finding a cure to cancer. Number 3. Alexis Martin. Alexis Martin is an American genius who learned how to read at the age of 2 and even taught herself Spanish using her parents' iPad. At the age of 3, she was already learning at a 5th grade level, and when she took an IQ test, she scored 160, which is higher than 99.9% of other 3-year-olds in the world. She has an IQ equivalent to Albert Einstein and Stephen Hawking. She is the youngest MENSA member in her state of Arizona to join the organization. As she learns how to read, she devours more and more books. She can even memorize entire children's books word for word. She also corrects her father when he tries to recount her stories and makes mistakes, such as leaving out parts and mentioning the wrong character. Number 2. Sherwyn Sarabi. Sherwyn Sarabi could already speak at 10 months old and could talk in sentences at 20 months old. He's another 3-year-old prodigy who got a MENSA score of 160. At that age of 3, he could count up to 200 and knew every name of every single country in the world. At the age of 4, he had the same level of intelligence as the average 8-year-old. At the age of 5, while most kids his age are barely starting to read, he has already read 190 books. His intellect is way ahead of his age group, and his mother observed that he has no interest in watching any of the children's TV programs. Instead, he watches the news, and he's fond of weather updates. Though his favorite subject is math, he's a natural learner and has an interest in many subjects, including music, in which he has already passed the grade 5 level of piano and grade 3 level of violin. Number 1. Elise Tan-Roberts. Elise Tan-Roberts was only 5 months old when she already called her father Dada. At 8 months old, she could already walk. At 10 months, she was able to run. As a 1-year-old kid, she could already identify countries based on their shapes. Due to her early development as a kid, she scored 156 on a MENSA standardized IQ test at the young age of 2 years and 4 months. She became the youngest MENSA member in the history of the organization. If you were to judge her just by her looks, she would not be different from any other 2-year-old child until she showed her intellectual gifts on various subjects such as math, science, literature, and geography. She can recite the phonetic alphabet, count from 1 to 10 in Spanish, and name 35 capital cities. And there you have the top 10 smartest kids in the universe. Did you find the list accurate, or did we miss someone? An alien, perhaps, in a nearby galaxy? Let us know in the comments below. Share this video with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more fantastic top 10 lists. See you next time!